So, in this series I'm discussing my personal collection of fountain pens, and here's a pen that is very dear to me. The reason it's very dear to me is that a long time ago, before I even started to review pens, I saw a video of this pen as it was being used by Bert Ozer from Bertram's Inkwell. He showed off this pen, and pretty much the moment I saw it I fell in love with it, and it took me years. I couldn't find it anywhere, and at some point it was Aziza who actually said, hey, there's a shop that has it. It's a Visconti Opera Master. I have had several Masters, but this is the one that I was really looking for. The finish has been named Tobacco. It's also been named Tortoiseshell. I've even seen it as Turtle. It's a very nice, I think, warm amber color. It's a nice warm brown, sort of orangey brown, and I think it's great. Now, as to the model, I mean, I have reviewed this pen, so you can look up the full review. I'm just talking about why I love it so much now. It's a limited edition pen. I don't really care so much about that. This was from the original release of the Opera Master model. There was the demonstrator, which was clear with blue swirls. There was a blue version, which was kind of like this, but blue translucent with chrome colored trims, and there was this. 888 of each. I think the model is great. I love it. It's a large pen, it's an oversized, and it's just super comfortable to me. Nice long section, power filler, so it holds a lot of ink. It's very heavy. Most people use this and say, wow, that's really heavy, and it is. There's a lot of metal here at the back. It's kind of top heavy. If you really want to, you can post it. You get a giant pen. I don't really do that with this one. But to me, it's so comfortable. A number 6 nib. It came with a palladium nib. I replaced that with a broad 18 karat nib, one of the old Visconti nibs that they don't do anymore, unfortunately. I had a lot of issues with that nib, but the last DC pen show I gave this to Mike Masayama, the nibmeister, and he fixes up beautifully. It's perfect now. It doesn't skip, it doesn't hard start, it writes all the time, every time, and that's great. The reason I love this pen so much is not just because I love the model, but to me it's the color. This warm brown, to me, is so nice, and it's not just translucent brown. There's actually a pattern in the material, as you can see here, and I guess that's why they call it turtle. It's just I don't know, it almost looks like the scales of a turtle's shell, and I think it's great. I know some people don't like gold trim. I'm kind of neutral in that regard, but I think it matches the warmth of this pen very well, and it's just perfect. It's perfect. The spring-loaded clip works well. The size, it's an imposing pen, but to me it's super comfortable, and I think it's great. And if you put in a translucent ink, as I have now, it's one of the Ackerman Dutch Masters inks, the Gele Oker van Frans. It's a yellow ink. As you can see, you can barely even see it, so you can look through the ink, look through the barrel. I think it's great. The power filler is great, holds a lot of ink. It's just great. It's the size, it's the weight, it's the feeling of the pen. It's very impressive. I love it, and I love having this inked up. I love having this with me. It truly, for years, has been my my grail pen, and I was extremely stoked when Aziza found one. They're not cheap, but relatively speaking, I don't even think they're that terrible given how expensive some Viscontis are, and given that it's a limited edition and all. So I just love it, and this is something that I can't really see leave my collection at this point. So that's why I love it. Now you need to see how it writes. That's what's coming up next. A quick writing sample, not a full one, just a quick writing sample to give you an idea. I hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye. Okay, so a quick writing sample. I'm just going to open this up. You don't have to, but I'm using a fairly light ink right now, so it looks like it's empty, right? But there's actually ink in there. See it? Yeah, because it's such a light ink, I know it's not optimal, but that's just what I had it inked with, so forgive me. Visconti Opera Master Tobacco. This is the 18 karat broad nib that was tuned by Mike Masayama, which makes this just perfect. Such a pleasant nib. It's incredible what a professional can do to a nib, because it doesn't skip, it doesn't hard start. It's perfect. Not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot of line variation. It's not really stubby or anything. But I think it's great. It's absolutely great. And I love this pen. It's just stunning. And now that it was tuned by Mr. Masayama, it's perfect. So, there you have it. I hope this was useful. Great fun to play around with. One of my grail pens. And I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.
Bye.